What's up? What's up? All right, so the Lord gave me a very encouraging word today. So, this word that He gave me is for either those of you that have been in a very vulnerable place lately and you've been feeling like you've just taken beating after beating after beating. You're in a place where you feel like your strength has kind of ran low. You're feeling a little weary. It's been like this same, like you've been walking around this same mountain over and over and over again to where your strength has been starting to give out because you're sitting and wondering, when are things ever going to change? When are things going to look different? And Lord, when am I going to see some of these things that you've been promising me? Because it just seems like I just keep coming up facing mountain after mountain after mountain. And this is also for those of you that have loved ones in your life that the Lord has spoken to you about, and He has given you a promise and made it very clear to you that, like, that is His child, that is a prodigal son, that is a prodigal daughter, that is someone that He is bringing into His kingdom, someone that He's chosen, and He's promised that He's going to do a work in. And so you've been praying for their salvation, and you see that, they've been weak. You see where they've lost strength. The Lord spoke to me today, and first of all, He showed me just a lamb that was lame. It couldn't walk, it didn't have any strength. And I heard the Lord say He's nursing those lambs back to health. Like, He is nursing His children who have been weary, who have been beat down by the struggles of life, who have been beat down while walking in obedience. He is sustaining them with His word. Right now, in this moment, He's sustaining you with this word, letting you know that He is going to nurse you back to health. And if you're listening to this and you're thinking about those loved ones in your life, He is nursing them back to health. So right now in your life or in your loved one's life, it may not look like anything has changed. It may look like that everything looks dead, but the Lord is sustaining the weary with a word right now and letting us know that He is coming to nurse His children back to health. So after the Lord had showed me this and spoken this to me, I heard to go read in Micah. So I start reading in Micah. And I get to the scripture that's Micah 2, verses 12 and 13. And it says, it's titled The Remnant Regathered. And it says, I will indeed gather all of you, Jacob. I will collect the remnant of Israel. I will bring them together like sheep in a pen, like a flock in the middle of its pasture. It will be noisy with people. One who breaks open the way will advance before them. They will break out, pass through the city gate, and leave by it. Their king will pass through before them, the Lord as their leader. God is gathering His children right now. He is gathering those that have been weak and weary, and He's strengthening them and breaking open the way where it has looked like there is no way. He is advancing before them and leading His children into the positions that He has called them to rule and reign as His children here on earth and bring more into His kingdom, to multiply. I continue reading in Micah, and then I get to Micah chapter 4, verses 6 through 8, and it says, on that day, this is the Lord's declaration, I will assemble the lame. You hear that? Because keep in mind, right before I read this, I saw a lame lamb. So the Lord's saying, I will assemble the lame and gather the scattered, those I have injured. I will make the lame into a remnant, those far removed into a strong nation. Then the Lord will reign over them in Mount Zion from this time on and forever. And you, watchtower for the flock, fortified hill of daughter Zion, the former rule will come to you. Sovereignty will come to daughter Jerusalem. So the Lord is saying like he is assembling the lame, and he is making them strong. He's making us strong. He's gathering his children and making us strong where we have been weak. And then Micah chapter 4, verses 9 through 13 says, "Now why are you shouting loudly? Is there no king with you? Has your counselor perished, so that anguish grips you like a woman in labor? Writhe and cry out, daughter Zion, like a woman in labor, for now you will leave this city and camp in the open fields. You will go to Babylon. There you will be rescued from the Lord. There you will be rescued. There the Lord will redeem you from the grasp of your enemies. Many nations have now assembled against you. They say, 'Let her be defiled, and let us feast our eyes on Zion.' But they do not know the Lord's intentions or understand his plan, that he has gathered them like sheaves to the threshing floor. Rise and thresh, daughter Zion, for I will make your horns iron and your hooves bronze, so you can crush many peoples. Then you will set apart their plunder for the Lord, their wealth for the Lord of the whole earth." So when I'm reading this, what I was hearing from the Lord, what I was feeling from the Lord is that like there are so many of us right now that need God's rescue. Like we are in this place that the Lord has planned for us to be. Even if it doesn't look the greatest, like the Lord has ordained this moment in your life because he's going to get the glory for it. And this has produced so much in you. Although you may feel weak now, although those that you love may be in a position where they're weak now, there is strength coming upon you, and there's strength already inside of you that you are going to get to see as the Lord continues to strengthen you and puts you in the places that he needs you to start functioning in everything that he has already equipped you with and everything that he has been putting inside of you as you have been fighting battle after battle after battle. So be encouraged in knowing that it is the Lord who goes before you. It is the Lord who has prepared a place for you. It is the Lord who has positioned you in the exact moment that you're in right now. Even though you feel weak, even though you feel like you don't have any strength, it is the Lord who is going to get glory from this story of what he has produced in you and what you've been through, and in how he's going to turn this around. And again, like he is going to fortify you. He is nursing his children back to health. And that's the word. He is nursing his children back to health. So again, if you have been feeling weary, if you have been feeling weak, if there are people in your life that you have seen that have been in a lame place where they are immobilized, where they're not moving forward, maybe you're not moving forward, the Lord is coming, and he is the Lord is coming, and he is nursing us back to health and calling us to rise and thresh, meaning like he has made us so strong that we are going to be able to trample on anything that comes in our path, because we are going to be walking firmly in the Spirit of God, in the power of God, and the one who lives within us. So